Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Football Fantasy Tips, where we have just as much fantasy as we do football. Today we'll be discussing how we did in Game Week 2 and look forward to Game Week 3. We've got a snazzy new design and some cool animations for this one, so let us know in the comments really what you think. Let's get into it. Although our triple captain may have blanked, the Football Fantasy team still had a solid green arrow this game week and moved up approximately 300,000 places thanks to a solid performance from the entire team. First up, replacing Havertz with Jack Grealish really paid off, with the £100 million Man City man grabbing his first goal for the citizens. We're not sure how much he knew about the finish, but we'll take that any game and every game. Next up, we have João Cancelo, who was picked specifically to target the Norwich fixture along with Jack Grealish. Cancelo offered a solid performance and was often seen in the midfield and taking up an almost left-wing position to cut inside. He also had one of the highest XG for chances in the game. Let's move on to the rest of the defense. Next we have our goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. A quarter of FPL managers around the world will be rejoicing as we did not have to wait long for Sanchez's first clean sheet. The interesting thing to note from the match versus Watford was that statistically Brighton did not concede any clear chances, and with Captain Lewis Dunk looking back to full fitness, that bodes really well going forward. Another decision that went our way was subbing in Tsimikas for Digne, which worked wonderfully. The Greek international returned 11 points with an assist and a clean sheet. His price is rising as more casual managers continue to bring him in. So a quick tip from us, if you haven't got him yet, don't bring him in now as Andy Robertson should be back in time for the Chelsea game. For those who already have him, there's absolutely no rush to transfer him out just yet as his price is expected to remain stable. Shaw never really got forward or ran in behind the Southampton defence, which was really disappointing. He had a couple of great crosses which were not put away. I wouldn't say that having a clean sheet wiped out by an OG was unlucky, as United could have easily conceded a second if it wasn't for some heroics from De Gea. Mason Mount, on the other hand, looked deadly against Arsenal in the attacking trio next to Lukaku and Havertz. He provided Reece James with a tidy assist and could have had a couple more if Chelsea's finishing had been better. Despite the assist, the Liverpool fixture next week means we're looking to bring in someone to replace him to chase some points, with the Spurs and West Ham midfield asses looking particularly inviting. Our Salah triple captain did not pay off as he blanked against Burnley. He was unlucky with a goal disallowed, one cleared off the line and one easy assist to Mane, who wasn't able to make the contact. Fortunately, the rest of the team stepped up to make sure we still had that green arrow. Not much to say about this one, but we're sure Bruno will bounce back in the next game versus Wolves, and don't forget it's Newcastle at home after that. The Wonder Kid is doing wonderful FPL things for us, grabbing the equalizer against Southampton and securing his owners all 3 bonus points. He won't be rotated until the European competition start, so we still recommend getting him in now before his price rises even further. Toney continues to look good, he's looking sharp, and so do Brentford. The goals will come. Last we have our top performer of Game Week 2, Michail Antonio. With 2 goals and an assist, Antonio is the most informed FPL player there is. The 2 goals versus Leicester also put him 2 past club legend Paulo Di Canio as West Ham's all-time leading Premier League goal scorer. With Palace up next, Antonio is set to farm his levels. Here are some of our moves that we're thinking about for Game Week 2. We'll be subbing out Tsimikas for Amartey as Everton's defence has looked shaky and is prone to mistakes, while Leicester should have a good chance of a clean sheet against the Canaries. In terms of transfers, we're going to make one. We're moving out Mason Mount for Dele Alli. Chelsea's difficult run of fixtures mean we're going to look to move Mount on, with Dele Alli coming in for Spurs' next 2 fixtures, with Watford looking particularly tasty. For captaincy, we're looking at Michail Antonio for the Palace game at home. We're backing his form to continue against a shaky Palace defense. That's it for this video. So if you've enjoyed it, and if you're new, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button to support a couple of hustling office workers if you enjoy the content. And let us know in the comments how we can make this better. We'll see you next time, as always, right here where fantasy meets football.